Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Here you saw some highlights from the 2018 AITEO Cup being played from different centers in the country. Let's take a look at day one results of the 2018 AITEO Cup. Enugu Rangers from the Kano region. Enugu Rangers defeated El Kanemi Warriors 2-1. Sunshine Stars and Supreme Court played goalless. Day one results, Group C, Kano Pillars defeated Rivers United 3-2, while Kwara United, they crushed, humiliated Abia Warriors. Yinka will start smiling now. We know that's why he's in Lagos. Right there at the Agege Stadium, and you saw some of the goals Kwara United scored. It was a very easy win for them, 5-1. They won that one. Day one results, Group D, Akwa United defeated Wiki Tourists. Remember, they are defending champions of the ITO Cup. They won that one by a single goal, while Kogi United and Nasarawa United played goalless. Before we get into day two fixtures, Yinka, let me get you talking. What inspired that win for Kwara United?
What a victory, what a day for Kwara United. In football, you have to take every chances that come your way, and that's what happened yesterday. There was an early lead for Kwara United. They capitalized on that, and before you know it, they have spelled Abia. They're just trying to go to Warriors, but they couldn't just allow them. Yeah. And I think somebody, that was very important to that victory yesterday was Shegun Alebioshu, who left the team at the start of the beginning of the season for Niger Tornadoes. And when Bala came in, he was, brought back to the team, and it has been fantastic for the team since. And I expected victory for Kwara United tomorrow again against Rivers United. Bala has really restored hope and a belief in the team, and I think those boys that you have brought to the Harmony Boys are really doing well, and I expect them. He's an experienced coach as far as the ITO Cup is concerned. He was in the final against Akwa United last year, lost via penalties after a 0-all draw during regulation time, and I said it right from the start of the ITO Cup that his aim for this season is to win the AITEO Cup with Kwara United.
So that sounds good. In Lagos, we saw goals and plenty of goals. They poured. Kano Pillars beating Rivers United by 3-2. Let's go to Kano region, where Enugu Rangers defeated El Kanemi Warriors by 2-1. It will be good to see Enugu Rangers go far because of the sort of pedigree that they have for this competition, but for league football in Nigeria. But customers, it's cup competition, anything can happen.
Certainly, anything can happen. I mean, for Supreme Court to actually hold their own against Sunshine Stars shows that of course, it's always every FA Cup, every Federations Cup. I mean, there's no one team is on a tougher league or a bigger league than the other. It is a rush for every one of them, and Supreme Court were able to hold their own. But then, you talked about Enugu Rangers, did enough to win El Kanemi Warriors. It's been a very long time since Enugu Rangers won the Nigeria's FA Cup, Challenge Cup, or Federations Cup, or the ITO Cup as we know it as now. So certainly it's really going to be a very interesting one, looking at it critically. You look at the next round of games and you know that these teams know that just 2 teams will get out of that group, and they want to make sure that they get all of the wins as quick as possible. So certainly it's really going to be fun.
I think it's a result that will not delight Imama at all. He's playing against his former team, and he's a very good coach. Like you said, in cup competition, anything can happen. There's still opportunities for every team. Let's see how much day two encounter turns out. Whatever it is that happened in day 2 will determine whether that is likely to move to the next round of the competition.
But for Kano Pillars, they will be, celebrating that victory and hope to consolidate when they play their second match. Let's listen to some of the talking points that came out of that one after Kano Pillars defeated Rivers United by 3-2.
If you look at the game, before we didn't start well, because all the players are frustrated because of that penalty, which is true, it's penalty. So after we equalized the goal, before first time we are 1 goal down, when the consequences can happen, we equalize the goal and add winning goal. So if you look at the game, the boys are ready to play. So I'm appreciating the way they are playing. So we are going into the drawing board to stay, because today is a free day. We are working on our mistake, and the area we progress, we are going to progress on it.
That's right. It's all about consolidating on efforts. When you achieve a good result against Rivers United, an admirable Rivers United side, you must do all you can to keep that momentum going. Let's also listen to Rivers United. How are they reacting after that loss? Can they bounce back? Let's listen to them.
Yeah, I think it was a bit disappointing, and I think it was a bad one. We started well. The players were doing well, got the goal, the first goal, and then held on till the end of first half. But when we came in second half, you know, it's like the players, you know, we did not show more commitment, and I think we did not concentrate. We didn't show much concentration, and that affected us. That made us to concede the first goal conceded, and then the penalty kick. The penalty that we considered was, I think, was purely an error of a goal. Was a goalkeeping error, but I think we'll go back to and correct those mistakes.
So Coach Stanley Aguma speaking about that loss to Kano Pillars, and if you look at him and listen to his voice closely, you can see that he's pretty disappointed at the way they lost. Next up for them is Kwara United.
Yes, the way he spoke, it's you know, definitely the players let him down, and I'm sure he must have worked on that today. Today is a free day. They've been able to go. They were the team to train last at the Aggregate Stadium today, and they had enough time to correct some of the mistakes in the first game against Kano Pillars. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a day for them, but they lost it. They lost concentration, and they had to consider 3 and lost the game at the end of the day, 3-2. Kwara United will not be a side to push over at all tomorrow. They're going to be coming out. They have something to consolidate on already. They have 4 goals and 3 points already, and they will be all out tomorrow. I'm sure that they will not be, they will not allow complacency to set in tomorrow, because that will be something that they should not be thinking about right now.
That will be very dangerous if you bring in a complacency at this stage of the AITEO Cup. Let's take a look at fixtures for the 2018 AITEO Cup Day 2 fixtures. Let's take a look at Group A, where AITEO will take on Plateau United. And that will start as early as 8 in the morning. So if you're a fan, if you've got some time, you could go to the stadium to have a good look at that one. Katsina United will take on Aimba Football Club of Aba at 10 a.m. That one is 10 a.m. It will be played day 2 fixtures. Sunshine Stars will take on El Kanemi Warriors by 2 p.m. while Enugu Rangers will play Supreme Court by 4 p.m. That's one will be played from the Kano Center. The 2 fixtures, Kano Pillars will take on Abia Warriors right here in Lagos. Yep. So Lagos fans at Agege Stadium, find your way there to see the best of Nigerian football. While Kwara United, we play Rivers United. The coach says, look, we're pretty disappointed the way we lost it against Kano Pillars. So that one should be a very tough one. And Yinka has just mentioned that no form of complacency will be allowed at this point from Kwara United. 4 p.m., that one will be played right here in Lagos. The 2 fixtures, Kogi United will play Aqua United. That's at the Pantana Stadium in Group B, in Group D. While Nasarawa United will take on Wiki Tourists. Beautiful, beautiful football. We love our football. We love talking about it. We're glad that, yes, the league ended, but nothing stopped the AITEO Cup. So we get to see pure cup football.